This broadcast is brought to you by Colby Brooks with Century 21 Right Pace Real Estate and buyfrombrooks.com. Let Colby Brooks handle all of your real estate needs. Breaking news on the NEA Report. This is Stan Morris reporting with you, and we are coming at you live right now as we are in the noon hour today with a report of Harrisburg School District on lockdown after a report of a gun that was on campus today. We're going to give you the full details right now. It's still breaking as we speak, and so we may possibly receive some updates as we bring this live stream to you here, and if we do, we'll try to get those to you as seamlessly quickly as possible. Here's what we know. The situation began this morning at Harrisburg School, and according to several statements from law enforcement and the school district, a student was thought to have brought a gun to school. Now, the information is still a bit sketchy, but based on what is known, the student was possibly thought to have tried to exchange the gun with someone else, maybe a sale or something or other. That's what a statement from Harrisburg School District said, that the report said the student tried to sell a gun on Snapchat, all things, to another student. The district sent its school resource officer out to search for the weapon immediately. And once that happened, the student apparently fled off of campus. That's when the lockdown started. That's whenever things seemed to have gotten more in a bit of a panic. And of course, people were posting things online. It does appear like everybody's safe. It does appear like nobody was in any danger at the school. Obviously, we are reporting these types of situations way too much, and we know that, and we're not absent to that. The fact that this is the second day of the week and the second similar incident of the week we've reported. The latest information we have is that the student is in custody that fled from campus. According to Rebecca Worsham, the attorney for the district, she sent a statement out that said law enforcement had the student in custody. He ditched the weapon while being pursued by law enforcement, and according to her, the weapon was located and it is in possession of law enforcement now. The district is going to remain on lockdown until law enforcement clears the area, so it's possible it's still on lockdown. It may be lifted here shortly, probably will be lifted shortly, and presumption is that classes will resume for the day. What a burden for the kids to go through that this morning and then be, told to go learn this afternoon. But a scary situation that apparently began with a student reportedly trying to sell a gun on Snapchat. Many of you will ask, was the gun on campus? We don't know that yet. We only know that that's what the report is. But obviously, in times of intense worry about these types of situations, whenever any report of any sort that involves just certain words, right, that school, and others that you can even see on the screen, there are going to be officers responding, and it's going to be taken the most seriously as it can be. Right now, all we know, student is in custody. The lockdown is going to be ended relatively soon once they finish clearing the area. They just want to make sure there's no evidence left out. There's nothing that they're missing before they let everybody out. And then the day will hopefully move on and continue. I'm going to try to open up chat here just so I can interact with everybody and see what everybody's sharing with us in live chat. So give me just a second to bring that up. So I appreciate you all for joining us live today. I know that this is the kind of breaking news that we wish we'd never had to bring along to you, because it's one of those things that ages ago we would report possibly once a year something like this would happen. Now it's more often. What these kids don't realize is it ruins their life forever beyond high school. It's going to last with them for the rest of their life, what is done when it's related to school and any level of violence or guns or anything like that. And that's always what I try to mention in these reports, because I know there might be a kid out there watching or listening. It's something that you can't do. You're throwing your life away. Don't do that, please. That being the case, it's happened today with a situation in Harrisburg. Also want to mention, thankfully, no injuries. There was no shootings. There were some rumors of that stuff being posted. Rumors are easy to get out of hand, and so it's a good idea to always, if you're not sure, say, I hear of a situation there. Can you tell me more? Don't feed into the rumors. Sometimes those, as I mentioned, certain words incite certain people in a worrying way, especially parents. I had one person tell me that a parent that worked with him ran out of the business in a total fright, in a total panic, thinking that something might have happened to her child. Of course, thankfully nothing did. The information that we have right now is, let me just go through here and see if we have any new information, because I want to make sure we get you the latest. Doesn't look like there have been any new updates since we've been live with you here. The latest information is that the student is in custody at Harrisburg School. The student ditched the weapon, according to the attorney there for the district, after being pursued by law enforcement. The weapon was located and in possession of law enforcement now. The district, she said, will remain on lockdown until law enforcement's cleared the area, and no staff or students were injured in the incident. Second Judicial District Prosecuting Attorney Scott Ellington brought an update to me first, told me, actually confirmed that this had taken place, something was going on at the campus. We appreciate him for that. And he mentioned that, as I told you, that the school resource officer was in process of making contact with the student when he fled off campus, of course now in custody. We'll bring the latest, as always, on NEA Report when breaking news breaks out. That's when we break in. Thanks for following us and liking and sharing this post if you think we've earned it. We appreciate it very much. We'll be back later in the day with more news from Northeast Arkansas. Hopefully no more like this. And now you're up to date from NEA Report.